out of this world? Maybe that's where a mysterious monolith that popped up in the Nevada desert actually comes from. You think so? The Las Vegas Police Department tweeted out a photo of the shiny oblong structure Monday saying, quote, "We see a lot of weird things when people go hiking, like not being prepared for the weather, not bringing enough water, but check this out. Over the weekend, someone, a user on X, spotted this mysterious monolith near Gas Peak, north of the valley."
The strange object was found near Nevada's Gas Peak, where the Desert National Wildlife Refuge is located. At 6,937 feet, Gas Peak is among the highest peaks in the area north of Las Vegas. So how did the monolith get there? That is the million-dollar question that we don't know the answer to. But this isn't the first sighting of a monolith. Several similar structures popped up since 2020. In November of that year, one appeared in Utah. Then a month later, another in San Francisco made of gingerbread, the holiday treat. And adding to the intrigue, monoliths have appeared in the United Kingdom and Romania too. This looks like something really artful, done
by aliens.
Clearly, that is the conclusion.
Yes.
The only conclusion you can come to when I see a photo that has a vaguely shiny object or optical illusion in it.
I think, yes, I do not think aliens put it there. I think people probably did. Isn't it a monolith? Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not wrong. 2001: A Space Odyssey, right? The monolith appears. It's a monolith, right? It's a kind of black rectangle thing, and that causes the apes to walk upright and use tools, and then it figures prominently into the spoilers for this decades-old movie, I guess. So maybe it was done with a nod to the movie.
It looks beautiful and artistic.
Yeah.
Super creepy. And now that you mentioned the movie reference, I can't see anything else.
It does look cool.
It is the least convincing to me of the various photos and ideas that we've had out there of extraterrestrial life, though. It looks a little too artistic, and again, deep cultural references. The one that I find fascinating, there was a oblong white object that some folks in the Navy saw out at sea off the coast of Hawaii, and they're like, "This is the way it moves. It's moving.
Sure, we talked about that.
It moves like no known, aviation thing that they've ever seen." And so I'm like, the video from that, and especially the nice grainy footage, really works for me. Like the dissection of the alien, the black and white, those types of photos definitely gives the allure and the mystique of what could be. So I guess I'd just say that it's, the more high-tech it is, the less convincing I find it.
This show, Rising, has done a number of interviews over the years with UAP reporters. Obviously, David Grush was this prominent whistleblower who came forward, and there was a congressional hearing about the knowledge he has or that he's aware of, that he claims that the U.S. government has spacecrafts actually that and bodies of the entities that were piloting them, and that those are being held by the U.S. government. Our peer channel, News Nation, has done a lot of reporting on this as well. We've talked to these people. I remain exceedingly skeptical of these claims, just because not because I don't think the government wouldn't try to keep something secret. I don't trust the government. There's knee-jerk secrecy, all that. It just seems like every time you hear from one of these people who supposedly knows something, they can't actually give you specific information. If the U.S. government has this stuff, then my question is, okay, where? Like, let's do a January 6th. I want to storm the building. I want to actually see what they know. This would be the biggest revelation in all of human history. But the whistleblower type person is always saying, well, no, I know someone who knows that, and I can't tell you who that is because I'm going to lose my clearance or my life's at risk or something. I'm like, well, let's protect this guy.
The aliens might come to get them.
Right. They never say that. They say that they're afraid of the government. I get it. I'm afraid of the government too. But actually telling us would be the best way to protect yourself. So now I do believe that there is stuff the government is keeping secret from us. I think there's military technologies that they have that they haven't explained to us, or maybe from other countries, from adversarial countries. Some of this stuff, the objects that move weirdly, or the things that pilots and often Navy people have seen in the sky could be our spy equipment from other countries that gets recovered, and maybe they don't want to let us know about that. Fine. I think that tends to be what it is, experimental drones or those kinds of things. So I don't disbelieve the people, but we need there's not the really substantial proof of alien life that is so often promised has never been delivered.
Well, would we appreciate it and recognize it even if we did see it? I'm just being.
I would believe if I was shown the proof. I'd be like, yeah, that's amazing.
Unless it looked like something out of what we conceive of as an alien. Be very interesting.
Well, right, it's not going to be little green men or little or tentacled.
I mentioned
creatures.
this because you said 2001: Space Odyssey, the three-body problem, which is now on HBO.
I watched it.
But originally a trilogy, in Chinese language, a very fascinating look at politics and the world. But so much of it is human reaction. And are we prepared as humans to leave some of these political boundaries behind and react as humanity to an object that appears out of nowhere, or these images that we receive that defy the laws of physics because our understanding of physics and the world is limited compared to what else could be out there. So that actually, that is more reflective, I think, of what we were seeing in these images here, is that type of question.
I did enjoy that series. It was good, not great in my view. My favorite, the middle, one of the middle episodes where they attack, where the humans have to take out, they decide to target the ship. That the human beings who are sympathetic to the aliens are living on the Judgment Day ship, and the way that sequence, I won't spoil. It's too recent. You should watch just that episode, the Judgment Day episode. How they take on that ship is one of the most horrifying sequences I have ever watched on television. It was like my mouth dropped open.
Worse than the Red Wedding.
I knew the Red Wedding was coming, and I was not underwhelmed. Actually, in Game of Thrones, the one I didn't know was coming because I read all the books, but they ran out before you get to the more.
Oh, I know,
stuff.
and he's never going to finish.
He's never going to finish it. My favorite scene in Game of Thrones, Red Wedding was very good, but it's later in the show. It's probably the last thing they did very well when Cersei decides not to attend her trial and takes care of the church in a different way. Is my absolute favorite.
I could not
sequence.
have imagined it as well as it was executed there. Shame also, that shame sequence. It's tough reading it in the book, but again, my imagination was not able to create what the visual was. I will say Three-Body Problem, though, as a series to read in translation is mind-blowing. Really messed me. You kind of understand the physics that's going on, but it goes to some loopy places, and it is a dark, dark statement on humanity.
Yeah, I do not think we should invite aliens here to kill us all. If they think we're all bugs, that seems like a bad idea. More Rising right after this.